have no tripod. Hey guys, Bunny Starberry here. Long time no see that I've actually done like face-to-face again. So today I wanted to do like my story time of like the first time that I ever got sleep paralysis, and then like the other little ones that I've had. I think I've only ever had like 2 other smaller sleep paralysis, but I'm not sure. And they're so weird and creepy, and I'm like, I don't know why they really well, I know why they're caused, because like your what is it, your mind is awake but your body isn't really, so you can't move, you're paralyzed, and you're kind of still dreaming. My manager has said it's like, oh, it's like kind of like you're seeing into like the other world, you know, like the spirit world. That's why you see, like, I heard that people see creepy stuff. And so I wanted to do this in October, but then I didn't have time and I kind of forgot. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it now because every day is Halloween for me. So I'm going to do it today. Alright, so the first time I ever got sleep paralysis, I was here in my room, in my bed, which is right here behind me. And like, I always sleep on this side, but sometimes I sleep on this side. But anyways, because like one time on this side, I was hearing like a little girl like talking in my dream, and I don't know who she was or what she was saying, but it sounded like it was in my ear, and I was like, oh, but that wasn't sleep paralysis. I just hear like the voices, and that was really creepy. And then the first time that I ever got sleep paralysis, I was sleeping on this side, so my head was facing that way. I had like my dream catcher, my foxtail on that side, and so in the beginning of my dream, I was like in my room, in my bed, sleeping, but like I knew I was sleeping. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in my room and I'm sleeping. And then I started to dream about, or not even dream about, but like hear the voices of like my coworkers from work, and they were talking, and I didn't really know what they were talking, except like I heard like some things that are like saying like, oh, that's inappropriate and you're at work or something like that. And I was like, what? And then I was trying to listen in on their conversation, but I couldn't really hear. And then they were saying like, you shouldn't play that kind of music because it's inappropriate and you're at work. And then like I faded back into like, oh yeah, I'm in my bed and I'm sleeping, but like I could see like there's a little like lights from like my TV that's on, and then like my microphone, not my microphone, the thing on my PC right over there, it's like always on. But I think this was before I got my PC actually. But anyways, those are like the small little lights, but I could see them. And then I was like, oh man, I'm just like dreaming, so whatever. It's weird, like I could hear it like if they were in the room. And then I was like dreaming again, and then I started dreaming that I was underneath a bridge, and it was rainy and dark and thundering, and I was in my car, and I was trying to start it, but it wouldn't start, and I started panicking because then it was so dark, and it was like I had been driving towards that place, and it was just like super raining and lightning and dark, and then like the road was like crumbling and stuff. And then when I got underneath the bridge, like my car was stopped for some reason, or I was parked, and then I saw like a figure, and it was like a man. He had like a hat on. Like I'll try to insert like a picture of like what it looked like. I remember like it looks like Men in Black kind of dude, but not really, like a detective dude, more like a detective dude, but like, you know, like a silhouette of a detective. And he was like walking towards my car, and I was like, oh man, start my car. And I was trying so hard to like turn it on, and it wouldn't turn on, and I was like freaking out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why? And then at the same time I was like, I'm just sleeping, like just wake up. But as I was like sleeping, that I was back in my bed, then I felt like the heavy pressure, like someone like pushing down on me, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? And then like, I don't know, it happened so fast because I can't really like explain it that well, because I was feeling the pressure, and then like it felt like a hand, like this hand or someone's hand was like on me, pushing me down, and then it was like reaching up towards my neck, and it was going like this. And at that moment I was like screaming, oh my gosh, I'm dreaming. And then I was like, in my head I was like, ma, and I was like trying to scream it like out loud so I would wake up, and I couldn't, and I was freaking out, because that felt so weird. I never felt that in my life. And I know, like, my dad's talked about sleep paralysis because he says that when his grandma passed, no, not his grandma, his great grandma, something, because my great grandma, his grandma is still alive, so I forget if it was either his great grandma or some relative passed away, and he said he felt the heaviness and he wasn't scared because he knew it was them saying goodbye. But I'm like, I don't think no one recently that I'm close to has passed away. And plus, why would they be like trying to choke me when I'm sleeping? And I was like, oh my god, it was so horrible. Like, I freaked out, and then I woke up and I was sweating so hard, and I turned on like my little light that's there, and then I was like texting my boyfriend. I tried to find the text that I was texting him, like everything that happened, but I couldn't find it. It's too much. It's lost in the conversations. It was really weird. That was like the first time that I ever felt like it was trying to attack me. And then, I don't know, I was just awake for like another hour. It was like 2:30 or something in the morning, and then I was awake for the hour, and then I was like, you know what, I'm fine. I'm just gonna go back to sleep, because I was like, it's not gonna hurt me or anything. Well, before I went to sleep, and within the hour, like, my boyfriend, he had told me also that he had experienced sleep paralysis, and I was like, what, it happened to you? And he said that, like, he was just sleeping, and then, like, he opened his eyes, but he couldn't move, and out of the corner of his, like, eyes, I guess, and, like, at the corner of his bed, he saw, like, a hand, like, crawling towards him, but I was like, oh. So my second time I had sleep paralysis, I think it was also in my room, where yeah, like, I just feel, like, heavy, but that one was, like, bad. Like, I just, like, it started feeling heavy. And I think that was it when I was listening to a little girl talking? I don't know, but I just felt, like, heavy, and then it just, like, went away, because I was like, oh, no, it's happening. And then, like, I wake up, but I'm like, it's fine. That one was not that bad. And, because, like, I've heard the bad ones from my coworkers and managers, that they, this one, I forget what his name is, but this one YouTuber that I like, they had, like, sleep paralysis, but it's, like, scary. They, like, see, like, demons, or, like, they're getting, like, cut open, or, like, you know, taken apart, and I'm like, whoa, no, I think I would start crying if I woke up from that sleep paralysis, but mine wasn't that bad. And then another one that I had, this one is the most recent one that I had. The most recent one that I've had was when I was in Mexico, when I was visiting my grandma. And I was in her, like, I always sleep in my aunt's room because she's not there. She lives in TJ now, and, like, we live in Ensenada. And so I was sleeping in my aunt's room, and my sister usually sleeps with me in the bed because she, like, well, because there's only that room available for us. But then she decided to sleep on the couch, and I was like, woo, I get the bed by myself. And so I went to go sleep, and I was fine. I don't know what time it was, because like, I was texting my friends from my, like, online chats and stuff, and I was, like, talking to them about eating ramen, and I don't know what else I was talking about. But then, like, I went to sleep, and then I was started to dream that my dog Zeppelin, he was, like, right by the bed, and I was like, oh no, Zeppelin, like, who let you out of the cage? And, like, in Mexico, there's, like, so many dogs out in the streets. I don't know why, but there's, like, just dogs, or, like, the neighbors' dogs. They're outside, and they're always barking. And in my dream, like, I was like, oh no, I gotta get you back in the cage before, like, his little sleeping cage, before, like, he goes outside and, like, gets attacked or something. And so, like, I was like, oh, come here, Zeppelin. And then, like, I grabbed him, and then, like, he kind of disappeared, and the floor was just, like, sinking, and then it's like something, I don't know if something grabbed me or if I was just getting, like, pulled down, but I was, like, being pulled down into the floor. And then at that time I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting pulled down. And, like, I didn't really feel heavy, like, on my chest like I had before. I felt heavy, like, in my arms, like, being dragged down. And so, like, I was like, again, I started screaming for my mom in my head. I was like, ma, but it comes out like, like, I can't, like, say it. And then, like, I don't know, I was, like, being pulled down, and I was, like, screaming for my mom, and then, like, I don't know, at one point either I dropped or something, but, like, I felt like I was like, ah, and then I came back, and I was, like, awake, and I was like, whoa, that felt weird. And then I was just, like, sitting there in the darkness, and I was like, okay, it's fine, like, I'm fine. And then I just go to sleep. And then my mom, she says that, like, oh, it's bad, like, when like, I don't know where she heard, she's like, oh, it's because demons are coming after you and they're gonna drag you down. I'm like, what? No. But anyways, whenever I have sleep paralysis, like I have some sage and I like to burn like my little area and just like pray and like thank God like to take care of me and stuff, and like just to like I guess leave me alone from the sleep paralysis. I don't know how to explain it. I just pray like thank you for taking care of me and stuff, and then I just like cleanse my little area and then hopefully like it doesn't happen. And I don't know if my sisters had sleep paralysis. I didn't ask her, but I know that my mom and my dad have, but they said it because their family or relative came to say goodbye for one last time. But who knows, you know. I looked it up, like researchy, like yeah, it's because your brain wakes up before your body does, so you're consciously sleepingly awake or something, you know, like it's you're awake but not awake, so it's weird. And that's like my sleep paralysis, and hopefully I don't have any more, because I don't know, like I don't want to ever experience like seeing like demons or like getting dismembered in my sleep paralysis state. But yeah, and so that's like my first time and last couple times of sleep paralysis that I've had, and like experiences that I've heard. And then thank you so much for watching my video. Like, comment, subscribe. I was gonna ask if any of you guys have ever had sleep paralysis. If you have, like, comment down below and then let me know. And see you next time. Bye.